It's Lord's Day. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to December. And just thinking 4 more Sundays will be Christmas. Or actually 4 more will be New Year's, huh? It'll be a new year. So we're glad that you're here. I want to say happy birthday this week to Stacy. Thursday's her birthday. And Mary Kilgore's birthday is on Saturday. I think she's somewhere here, so we'll save her bar. So happy birthday to those folks there on it. If you ever notice your birthday is missing or wrong, please let us know. Sometimes the computers make mistakes. Every week, that's right. And you know, what I'd like to do starting next year is to emphasize our spiritual birthdays. You know, we all know we're getting a year older, but when I grew up, we would sing this song: "Happy birthday to you, only one will not do. Born again means salvation. How many have you?" It should be 2 every year, right? So, and some folks get a little nervous. They go, "I can't remember when I got saved." Well, you know, try to get as close as you can. I mean, you know, we don't have infallible memories, but just pick a date. You know, make that your day once a year. You're going to especially think about, hey, I'm another year old spiritually. It doesn't matter how old we are physically, it matters our maturity spiritually. So maybe next year we'll focus on our spiritual birthday. So be thinking about, I know mine was March of 1970. It's almost 8 years old, but it was on a Saturday, so I'd have to go back and see the Saturdays back on the calendar and pick one of them as my spiritual birthday. Now, some people say, well, I don't remember the day at all. And I encourage you to think deeply, because if you don't remember the day, then you need to ask yourself, how do I know it actually ever happened? Because all the people who got saved in the Bible, the record account of them in Acts, it happened in a place and in a time. And so, and it's told us, and even Paul, when he gave his testimony, he says, King Agrippa, it was midday on the road to Damascus. So he knew of it's not necessarily the date, but it's the occasion, the event of our salvation, because something as important as that leaves a footprint, leaves a spot that should stand out in our minds. Now, if we're in an airplane going somewhere, then it's going to be a little harder to identify exactly where that spot is, but the Lord knows. Now let's go to Hebrews chapter 13. Here's a book about better things. Jesus was the superior person, better than the prophets and angels and Moses and Joshua and Aaron. He come to give us a better purpose, and that's that we would go on to perfection. And his priesthood was a better priesthood, a superior priesthood. It was after the order of, exactly. And he gives us a better principle to live by, and that is faith. And that's chapters 11, 12, and 13. And we're in chapter 13 because he starts in chapter 11 telling us about the people of faith, the examples of people who had great faith. And then he told us about the pattern of what our faith does. And now he's telling us of how we live our faith out in chapter 13. Very practical chapter called The Performance of Our Faith. So let's pick up near where we left. I think we got through 4 or 5 here. Number 4 certainly. And we'll move on to verse number 5 of chapter 13 on this thing of better principle of life, living by faith. In fact, it says the just shall live by faith. Faith gets us saved, and then it keeps us serving the Lord. And we go on to serve him, to obey him, and to share of what he's given us, so our rewards will be great. We'll lay up great treasures in heaven. In verse number 5, it says, let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have. For he hath said, I will never leave thee, nor forsake thee, so that we may boldly say, the Lord is my helper, and I will not fear what man shall do unto me. What a great pairing of verses there, huh? In fact, verse 6 is really a quote from the Old Testament, from Psalms chapter 27 there, and also Psalms 118 and verse 6. That's what, I don't know do you all have a center column in your Bible? Quite often, if there's an Old Testament quote in that center column, it will tell you some indication of where it came from. That's kind of a handy tool to have. Sometimes they do that at the end of each verse, and a little maybe italics type or something. But some people, they don't necessarily like reference Bible. They don't want anything extra. They just like the clean text, and that's okay too. And not every reference Bible is created equal. When I was a young fella, Schofield was the go-to, and the Ryrie Study Bible was another one. There was probably a few others, but those were. And then you know what a concordance is? Okay, now you hardly find them in print because we have the devices to look things up. But the concordance was bigger than the Bible in a sense. It's a book that all you had to know is one verse, one word in a verse, and you could pretty much find the verse. Now, if that word was be or to, well, then that's not going to help you much, because it gave a list of all the verses that contain that word. And so there used to be two concordances that most people used. One was called Strong's Exhaustive Concordance. And remember what the other one was called? Crude's. And we used to, in Bible college, we used to say Crude's is for the crude and Strong's for the strong. But it's nowadays with these digital devices, you can look it up really fast, huh? So what does all this mean in this verse? In verse number 5. Well, it means that we let our way of life be free from the love of money, essentially. Look what it says. Let your life, let your conversation, and that is a word that nowadays in common vernacular basically means someone having a discussion. But its meaning, in fact, if you look in the English dictionary, it will still show alternate meanings is that it's how you converse through life, how you live, your lifestyle, okay? Manner of life. Let your manner of life, let your life be without and with. What is set against one against the other here? Contentment against covetousness. Contentment against covetousness. What commandment of the 10 addresses covetousness? Number 10. Remember, you can just put all your fingers up and go, gimme, 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 gimme. Oh yeah, there you go, number 10. And that is a problem, that we should not covet. What does it mean to covet? Pardon me? It can certainly involve that and lead to great envying if you covet someone's man, servant, or his wife, or his livestock. Desire, what's this? Want, okay. But not all want is coveting, but certainly someone is. And pretty much all coveting is the want of something, right? And desire, those could probably be almost synonyms. Jealousy, that's another thing that coveting would expose us. What's that? Greed. Just look at the market and look at inflation and look at how people are responding to things. Okay, coveting. Now, the word covet is used sometimes in a positive sense in the Bible. Paul, when he's addressing the Corinthian church, he says to covet the best gift. And this is in a positive sense, to desire or want the best gift. Now, not the flashy one or the one, but the most profitable for God. You know, whether it's the help of the ministry of helps or administration, because they were in Corinth. He was talking to people that were hung up on basically tongues. That was the gift that everybody had to have, and if you didn't have it, you were nobody. And he said they started minimizing tongues at that part in the Bible, and it says covet the best gift. So coveting is not wrong until you're coveting the wrong thing. And obviously, let's go back to the 10 Commandments in Exodus chapter 20, and we'll see if that sheds some light. Exodus chapter chapter 20. It's one of those commandments that have a little more real estate than others. For instance, thou shalt not kill in verse 13 of Exodus 20 is not much commentary on that, is there? Thou shalt not kill. Now we understand that if the state convicts someone of a capital crime and gives them the death penalty, that is a valid killing. If you have to protect and defend your life or your loved one's life and have to kill someone to do that, that is something that God allows for. We know that the New Testament teaches clearly, especially in Romans chapter 13, where it says that the powers that be do not bear the sword in vain. And obviously swords are not to slap people on the wrist with, probably to take their life because of they were committed capital crimes. But it's well regulated in the Bible what death would be the right penalty for. And so you have to be careful to not just look at one verse in the Bible and say, thou shalt not kill. But some of my unsaved acquaintances and friends will often do that as a gotcha moment. They'll go up and say, I think I got you on this one because there's that verse that says thou shalt not kill and you're for capital punishment. See, you're wrong. And I'll often respond, well, if that was the only verse in the whole Bible about that subject, you'd have a point. You really would. But fortunately, there's a lot other verses about that, and your point is invalid at this point. Sorry about that. And usually they express a little frustration about that. But some of the commandments were expanded on quite a bit. Commandment number 8. Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. You got 8, 9, 10, and 11 talking about that commandment. And here again in verse 17 is the last and 10th commandment. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Interesting. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. Now, so that gives us a sampling of some of the areas. I don't know, what is my biggest area? I may illegitimately covet things. Now, just to want something is not fundamentally coveting or wrong. Back years ago when we lived in Pennsylvania, we were doing foster care. We had adopted our daughter, and she was 5, 6 years old at the time, 4 or 5. And so we decided to maybe do foster care with the hopes of adopting another child. But it was what's called therapeutic foster care. And at that time we were naive and we really didn't know the difference, but we signed up for therapeutic foster care. So these are kids who are not in the home that their birth home, not because their birth parents weren't there, or they died or something. It's because there was some trouble either with their birth parents or with the child. So and we told them we want to foster young children around our daughter's age, maybe even younger, babies, toddlers. Well, they talked us into taking a teenage girl, 15, a teenage girl. I thought, oh, okay, this can't be that hard, right? And so she was in our home until she was led away in handcuffs about a month or so later. But, she was attending church with us and so forth. And she had heard me talk about coveting. So one day at dinner, I talked about, I was at Home Depot or Lowe's, and boy, it had 1.5 acres of grass. I said, there's that nice John Deere lawnmower, riding mower. Boy, I'd love to have one of those. Oh, boy. And she goes, well, isn't that coveting? Isn't that wrong? Aren't you sinning? I thought, we've made a theologian out of her in only 3 weeks. And I know what she's getting at. She was not differentiating beside wanting something legitimate and wanting something illegitimate. Now, if I see that and I look at that tractor and the only way I can have it is defraud or steal or break in and take it, then obviously it's probably illegitimate coveting because it's driving me to do sinful actions. But if I had saved my money and went down and bought it, then that's a legitimate purchase, or else all of us would be coveters unless we just were bare naked and had nothing. Even going to the grocery store. Looks like a nice cake. You coveter. But even if I had borrowed money that I knew I could not pay back legitimately, or I had no plan and no way to pay it back, that might have actually, even though I paid money for it, might have been coveting. So the coveting is one of those things that we have to look and say, what is our intention? Now, we know there are some things, no matter how much money you have, you can't have, and like your neighbor's wife is one of them. You say, well, if I made enough money, she'd want to be my wife. A dreamer, filthy dreamer, right? But there are some things that you just can't have because they're somewhat one of a kind in a sense, and somebody already has it. Now here, put the neighbor's house. Probably because if you want your neighbor's house, then you're probably going to want to go buy one just like it or build one, and you can't afford it. Or else you'd have been living in that house that your neighbor bought, huh? So the whole thing is coveting can be a very slippery slope. What is one man's legitimate desire can be another man's nasty covetousness as such. So, and it always is an issue that leads to, like Richard pointed out, leads to other sins in our life. Coveting doesn't march along by itself. It always has in trail other things. So, back in our text in Hebrews 5, what was coveting? What was the solution? He said, don't covet, but do this instead. I'll give you time to get back there. Hebrews 13:5. And be content. Be content. Be content with such things as ye have. And that is a hard thing. Paul wrote probably the best New Testament statement on contentment in Philippians, I believe it's chapter 4, and we'll get there. It's going to be slow. I'm only turning to Philippians chapter 4. Turn back there and without losing Hebrews 13. Philippians chapter 4. And familiar verse in verses 8 and 9. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest. Did someone quote that here, or did I hear that in a sermon somewhere? Oh, well, maybe it was last Sunday night, I think. Brother Carter mentioned that. Whatsoever things are true. So Philippians chapter 4, verses 8 and 9 says, he gives us a list of things that are just and pure and lovely and of good report, that have virtue, that have praise. He says, think on these things. Let that be our thoughts. Then when he gets in verse 10, notice what he says. But I rejoice in the Lord greatly, that now at the last your care of me hath flourished again, wherein you were also careful, but ye lacked opportunity. As far as Paul being supported by other churches, basically the one we know for sure was Philippians. And they had a real concern to help him in his missionary journey. And that's what it means about your care of us flourished at the last. Not just care, emotional care. Hey, we care about you, hope you do well. But hey, we're going to care for you by helping you financially or with gifts. And he says, now, it's flourished again, and not because you got back on board with caring for us, but opportunity came about that you could, because there was no Venmo, whatever you call that, digital transferring of money. So money had to be sent, and you're not going to send it through the Roman postal system because it probably won't get there intact, or even the U.S. postal system sometimes. So you want to find somebody going that way, somebody trusted. And so he says, your care has flourished of me again. And so, but he says in verse 11, not that I speak in respect to one. I'm not telling you this, trying to get sympathy or kind of hint around that you had to give me more or more frequently. He says, you know why I don't want this necessarily, just want it to want it? Because he says in verse 11, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am. Now that could be Utah or Nevada or California, but I don't think it's any of those. I think it's a state of our life, a state of mind, state of heart, of situation. Whatever state I am, I've learned. Notice the verbiage, I have learned. So it wasn't just necessarily a spontaneous fruit of the Spirit, although the fruit of the Spirit is involved. but it's something that we have to exercise and grow in. I've learned wherewith to be content, whatever state. And he exemplifies it in verse 12. For I know how to be abased, and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed, because I've learned this, to be full and to be hungry, both to be abound and to suffer need. I've been to two extremes. So when I have abounding stuff, I don't let it affect me. I just praise God for it. When I don't have much and I'm empty, he said, I've learned that that's God working too. And it's a good chance for us to say, what is God trying to show me in this? So that's where we get verse 13 from. Have you heard it quoted before? I can do all things through Christ which strengtheneth me. Now, most of the time you hear it quoted, it's taken somewhat out of context. People who will want to do things they think God wants them to do, maybe, or they think would be good to do, they use that as a kind of a credit card. I can do all things. God says I can do all things through Christ which strengtheneth me. So if I want to do that, or I want to go there, or I want to have that, I could do it. But that's not, I don't think that's intellectually honest or biblically honest, because it has a context. What is Paul saying the all things in this context means? Well, he says, I have learned whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content. Whatever state I'm in, whatever, full or empty, all those things that those two states entail, extreme opposites, I know that Christ strengthens me there. And with Christ strengthening me, I don't have to be coveting. I can be content. And he goes on to say in verse 14, notwithstanding, ye have well done that ye did communicate with my affliction. There's some verbiage here that is not real common for us. The word communicate for us means you send an email or something. But here it meant more, that you communicated, or you actually gave somebody something that they needed. Verse 15 and 16 make that clear. For ye Philippians know also that in the beginning of the gospel, now that's not the beginning of the very time the gospel is first told, the beginning of Paul's gospel ministry, when he first started out. He says, when I departed from Macedonia, no church communicated with me as concerning, he's defining what's communication, giving and receiving, but ye only. And even in Thessalonica, ye sent once and again, so at least it was twice there, unto my necessity. So we are learning this whole thing about this contentment. It's a learned thing. And the sooner we learn it, the better off we'll be for it, So let's go back to our text. I think Paul really helps us understand what contentment. Be with content with such things as you have. People say if I had a little bit more, I would be okay. Then you know when they get to a little bit more, what they'll say? Well, if I had a little bit more, I'll be fine. But it's an endless thing, isn't it? What is a little bit more? I don't find people say, if I had a little less money coming in each month, I'd be just fine. I'd be satisfied. But really, we could be in that state. Because sometimes God chooses to give us abundance, and we could be, if God cut it, we should still be okay. Why? Because Christ strengthens us in that kind of thing. So, but really, what is the one thing that really should make us content? In the end of verse 5 in Hebrews 13. Hebrews 13:5, back there. For he hath said, Christ has said, God has told us something that helps with this contentment. I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. And those words from God means a lot. Who said these kind of words to the Son of God? And he did. Peter. Remember, he was impulsive Peter, opened his mouth before he thought. And self-identifying. And he says, we'll go with you, Jesus, all the way. We're with you. You can count on us. We're like right there with you. And then just a few hours later, there's the man that was with Jesus. What are you talking about? Woman, shut up. I don't know that man. But it would be bad if it was one time he would have said that. But 3? And then obviously he comes to remembers what Jesus said. I mean, it's not that Jesus told them the first day they met. He told them just hours before, you're going to deny me 3 times before the rooster crows. He's thinking, Jesus, I know he's God and everything, and he knows all this stuff, but why would he say that about me? But Jesus never forsakes us. People will. People that you thought were your very best, closest friends. People that have told you, I'll be here for you, will not sometimes always be there. Will sometimes not always be there. I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. And with you and God, that's a majority for you. Because that's who we need. Anybody else that's added to that group of you and God is just nice. It's like cake or icing on the cake kind of thing. And in the body of Christ, we hope there's lots of people added to that, you and God. And those people will not forsake you either. And I had a guy, a pastor, a friend I know, he was asking other pastors, he says, what about somebody that leaves a church? What about their giving? The money that God's given them, what should they do with it? And he says, not only if they leave the church, but maybe the church left them. What he's getting at is the church changed so much they were going to theologically and in their practices and so forth, and shifted. And churches do this, that they were left behind. Like, old church moved over here and they were all by themselves, so they were looking for a gospel preaching church somewhere. And in some parts of the country, it takes a while to find one. So they wanted to know, they asked this pastor, that wasn't their pastor, but acquaintance, what should I do about my giving? And should I send it somewhere to a church that is legitimate right now? And he wanted some guidance, and the guidance was varied. At the very least, they should put that in a safe place so when they do get to the next church that they're going to be at, that they can give that money there. It's not free money, folks. If you're in between or you're backsliding or whatever, the money you're supposed to be giving to God just doesn't, that obligation doesn't go away, and you can just go ahead and do whatever you want. It is still his tenth, and he's still the owner. You're still the steward of it. But here's the thing, is that sometimes churches will leave people. I'm not talking about political things or social issues or personal issues in a church. I'm talking about fundamentally they changed their doctrine. And we saw how that happened Thursday to a well-named pastor that has a significantly large congregation. He was talking to pastors, and he says, we need to be careful when we're preaching that we give the people, and I'm paraphrasing slightly, that we give people permission not to believe what we're preaching. I'm thinking, why would I do that? That's kind of stupid. I'm preaching from the Bible, hopefully I am, truthful to the scriptures and imperative that God commands, and I can turn around and say, well, listen, that thou shalt not commit adultery, you don't have to believe that if you don't want. But that's what he was telling, and I think many of you heard it. That's what he was telling them. And we'll finish with verse 6 here in Hebrews 13. So, all that in verse number 5, so we can boldly say, because of what Jesus, God, says to us, I should never leave nor forsake thee, we may boldly say. In other words, that's with confidence in him and not ourselves. It's not with arrogance, but with what do you call statement that is in the affirmative, that is declarative? Is that what you call it? Declarative statement. We can declare, the Lord is my helper. I will not fear what man shall do unto me. And boy, have we seen that challenged in the last couple of years in our culture, even in Christian people's lives. The Lord is my helper. I'm on his side. So he helps me because I'm on his side. And no matter who isn't on his side and not on my side, I'm not going to fear what they can do. Because the least or the worst they could do is kill us. And that's might be doing a favor. Huh? Like the one person says, are you going to threaten me with heaven on it? I mean, not that we go and be fools and go out and try to look for trouble. Just a common thug and say, hey, you got a gun, try see if you can kill me. It's probably foolhardy. But in the end, we are not to let fear. Because remember, Jesus took away that fear. Even the fear that Satan would have. Remember the fear of death that he always played in our lives with? He says that's gone. That's taken away from Satan when we become a believer. Because Paul says this in 2 Corinthians, the first chapter, I believe. He says, we had the sentence of death in us, but we didn't trust in ourselves. We trusted in a God that raises people from the dead. So, you go, you come back. Now, in the meanwhile, you go to be with him. Because the dead in Christ rise first, and we which are alive and remain are caught up together to meet the Lord in the air. So, don't be afraid. Say, that person left Earth way too early. If they're believers, they'll be back on this one. And then this one's going to be made much better. A new heaven and a new earth. Let's finish with prayer. Father, these are precious things that we read in this text. Things that the writer of Hebrews would have known, Father, because they were what the saints of the Old Testament cling to. Father, help us to cling to them too. The saints of the New Testament, huh? Father, be with us as we finish here and start in a moment again to praise, to sing, to worship, and to learn. Father, bless our church. Bless the family here. And we'll give you glory and honor and praise always. Amen. Amen. Thank you.